Pokemon Emerald, my favorite game in the series and the defining entry of Generation 3. Now, you see, the Pokemon games are released in generations. We're currently at the beginning of Generation 6. During Generation 3, in 2003, two games were released, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. They were set in the Hoenn region. 2 years later, an improved version of the two games came out, Pokemon Emerald. The music from this game holds the title for Best Soundtrack by the majority of fans from the series. The composer of every track in the game was Junichi Masuda. But before I talk about Masuda though, let me give you a quick walkthrough of the game he helped to make. The player starts their journey in Littleroot Town. The story begins with the player moving to a new house from a different region. The player rescues a man by the name of Professor Birch from a wild Pokemon attack by using one of Birch's Pokemon to fight the wild creature away. The professor lets them keep the Pokemon they picked. The trainer and their Pokemon explore the region, battling other trainers, collecting Pokemon, and attempting to earn badges, the keys to challenge the toughest gauntlet of trainers in the Hoenn region, the Elite Four. If they are defeated, the challenger has an opportunity to battle the Hoenn region Pokemon champion. It's the dream for many trainers, but few ever make it that far. Along the way, the player meets friends, rivals, and the mysterious rival gangs, Team Aqua and Team Magma, intent on both flooding the world and using volcanoes to create more land, by using the legendary Pokemon Kyogre and Groudon. The trainer, using his team of Pokemon, defeats both Maxie and Archie, the leaders of Team Magma and Aqua, respectively. Unfortunately, the two men unleash the legendary creatures that they were attempting to, and they resume their age-old battle, which, left unchecked, could destroy the entire region. The player thwarts both the team's plans by summoning the mythical Rayquaza to end the two titans' eternal feud. Once the player collects all 8 badges in the region, they head to Evergrande City. There they encounter the toughest foes they've ever fought, and after some intense battles, they find the champion waiting for them. Champion Wallace congratulates them on their actions to bring peace to the region, and on their immense skill to have made it so far. The final duel begins. Once Wallace is defeated, the player is crowned champion of the Hoenn region. Though the game has so much more depth than that, I was just attempting to give a quick overview. Alright now, let's talk about the marvelous man who created everything you just listened to. Junichi Masuda, 45, lives in Japan. He first got into music in grade 3 when he was playing his recorder and thought, music is interesting. He's into rocks and bands like Slipknot. His favorite themes to make are the battle themes. He's been working on video games ever since Pokemon Red and Blue, where he literally made every song in the entire game by himself, back when his company Game Freak was just a couple of guys struggling for money. Since then, he's worked on every main series Pokemon game, some non-main series, and even the Pokemon anime. He doesn't always write what he wants. What I mean by this is, like all video game music artists, you have to put a song to a location or event, not the other way around. Pokemon Emerald, though, is a unique example because Masuda created the locations and the music, so he was able to put the two together perfectly. Masuda based the Hoenn region off of the real-life Kyushu region of Japan. He modeled the world so that while he was playing, he could relive his childhood memories of the tropical Kyushu region when he went on vacation as a child. It's all a beautiful concept, really. Masuda got to recreate his favorite place on Earth that took him back to his best memories, give it the best soundtrack he possibly could, and in my opinion, make the best adventure/role-playing game in the world. One example of Masuda paying ode to his own work is the Oceanic Science Museum in Slateport City. I'll let you have a listen to it. For fans of the series, yes, it's the SS and theme. Here's a comparison. And that's in 8-bit. On this. One interesting thing is that one track in the game sounds very similar to a track in another game called Mother 3. Fans made the connection, and why don't you listen for yourself? Now here's both of them played at the same time. Video game music has to express more emotion, as the majority of the time there aren't any vocals in the track. Now what else can I possibly say about the music? It's so varied that it's hard to just say one thing. I mean, it's grand, it's serious, it's light, it's elegant, beautiful, energetic. Although one complaint people have is that they find there's a lot of trumpet in most of the soundtracks, and not that it's a bad thing, it just seems to be a little bit unoriginal how much it's actually used throughout the game. This has been Let's Listen to Pokemon Emerald. I hope you've learned a bit, and feel free to ask questions. Thank you for listening.